The Nicki Minaj Cardi B beef exploded overnight. On Twitter they went back and forth, and last night things got especially nasty. Nicki attacked Cardi personally, insulted Cardi's daughter, and threw shocking accusations Cardi's way about fertility and relationships. Nicki also boasted about having records and legal threats, said she'd planned pregnancies, and warned Cardi she'd be exposed. Cardi fired back, and the whole thing turned into a chaotic public fight with both sides trading serious, personal shots. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's feud got even uglier when Nicki accused Cardi of calling black women monkeys and roaches, warning that one day people will call Cardi's daughters the same. Nicki then started insulting Cardi's 7-year-old daughter, Culture, and even brought up her baby Blossom's looks. Cardi fired back by mentioning Nicki's son, claiming he has developmental delays. Things escalated to the point where Nicki called Cardi out to fight, but Cardi is pregnant, so fans are questioning why Nicki would challenge her like that. The tweets got extremely personal, and people couldn't believe what was being said. Nicki Minaj started her rant by calling Cardi B's daughter, Culture, a vulture, and called Cardi herself a crow. She went on to say Cardi was stupid, called her Coke Bee, and mocked her pregnancy by saying don't sniff with baby number 4 and 5. Nicki also insulted Culture again, calling her a roach and a monkey, and even threatened Cardi's sister. Then Nicki doubled down, saying Culture vulture, you ugly too, and later dismissed the little girl's birthday by saying, F the vulture's birthday. Remember, Nicki is a grown woman in her 40s talking about a 7-year-old child. After that, Cardi B fired back and started talking about Nicki's son, and Nicki's tweets got extremely personal and ugly. She attacked Cardi's parenting and accused Cardi of wishing her harm while pregnant, then used those accusations to mock Cardi's children and question Cardi's fitness as a mother. Nicki also brought up Cardi's past drug references and claimed Cardi's child has developmental problems, blaming Cardi's choices. She challenged Cardi to fight and taunted her about public support. In short, the exchange turned into a toxic, highly personal back and forth that targeted both women's kids and crossed many lines. Then she said, do something. We in New York heavy on it. Then she added, Cardi B had a whole label file to Kelly to beg me to do a joint tour and album with her. I don't want to have to drop that recorded call. That's why all the sabotage on my tour. Drop the receipts, dumb B. You costing the millions with your $4 album and $5 coupon. And then Cardi said, B, you want to talk about $4.99? You sold both your albums for $5, you dumb. You was even selling posters and keychain bundles for your Queen album, you effing dummy. And you know I never been a B to cop please. That was your friend Needy hitting up Tommy to go on the effing joint tour after he got out of jail. I ain't never got on a phone call with none of y'all asses. And look how you be talking about Rock Nation you ungrateful B, when they let you off for 3 months of Tidal, just so they could buy your album. And Nicki said she's so stupid, find me B. Nicki accused Cardi of calling he cops on her and said Cardi and her partner were scared and asked them to leave New York, then dared Cardi to drop the receipts, warning she'd be reduced to desperate measures. Nicki said she wasn't bringing God into it because the situation was so serious. Cardi fired back, denying the cops were called and saying the only person making threats online was a man on probation. She called Nicki out as fake, demanding she post proof, the alleged receipts, and asking where Nicki's threats are now. Cardi also slammed Nicki for challenging her to fight while she's pregnant, saying Nicki never shows that energy in person and pointing out she saw her at events where she never acted like that. Cardi went off, demanding, where are you at? My people are outside right now, drop the address and don't go tagging the feds like last time. This whole situation is spiraling out of control. And y'all know one thing about Cardi. If you tell her to pull up, she will pull up, even if she can't fight right now because she's pregnant. Believe me, somebody will step in for her. But as of now, we don't know if she actually pulled up, if they met, or if a fight went down. Nothing else has come out yet, but trust, it will S.O. What do y'all think? Has this gone way too far, or are the girls just taking things to the next level? And how do you feel about kids being dragged into this? Because one thing about beef, the kids should always be left out of it. Say whatever about the parents, but don't bring children into the mess. That's all I got for now. Drop your thoughts below, and I'll see y'all in the next update.
Cardi and Nicki, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Cardi on this one, cause we can argue all day, bitch. But when it come to my kid, don't ever let it come to my kid. Ever. Drop the addy.
Yeah, so I think we can all say it's gone too far at this point. Kids are getting involved, threats are being made. Meanwhile, the government is about to be shut down. I do not know how we got here, y'all. I really don't. I do understand why they had beef. I understand all the history about that. But for the first week's album sales to be doing all this, I can't. Especially because the severity of what they're saying, like, I can't even show the tweet. You know shit's bad when people understand Twitter from both sides are just like, please, y'all, like, this is doing too much. Let's stop it. But y'all contributed to this damn shit. I'm gonna go ahead and call for what the fuck it is. Y'all always be doing too damn much. So you're gonna take some fucking responsibility as well. But they're also grown women, and I think that they're gonna have to calm the tension somehow. Do I know if they're going to? I don't know, because like I said, this shit has been going on for 7 fucking years. Like, how much longer is it gonna go on? But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to follow me for more pop culture.
It is Nicki Minaj's son's birthday right now, today, this very day. And you know what she is currently doing in this moment as I'm making this video on her son's birthday? Her and Cardi B are currently going back and forth right now on her son's birthday. And y'all don't think that's odd? Like, y'all genuinely don't find nothing wrong with that? Y'all don't think it's weird that instead of spending time with your son and giving that attention that it takes to type of essays you typing towards that lady, putting it towards your son on his birthday? Like, that, y'all really don't think nothing is wrong with it? Now, earlier I said I was gonna make one last video about the whole Nicki Minaj and Cardi B situation, and this is it. Whether y'all like it or not, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are on the same level. They are in the same lane. They are in the same league. 200K and 228K, that's y'all the same. Now 26K and 228K, like that's the difference. You can say they're not on your level at that point. Doing only a 28,000 difference, y'all are the same, and I think that is the issue that Nicki Minaj has with Cardi. I seen somebody say this on Twitter, and I really think it's true. In Nicki Minaj's eyes, she feels like she had to put in all this work to get to where she's at. And for whatever reason, she feels like Cardi did not. Cardi, and Nicki does view Cardi as competition. She knows Cardi is her competition. She knows Cardi is, they on the same level, and that is why Nicki Minaj do not like that girl, and y'all cannot convince me otherwise. Now, I'm about to go back on X Twitter and enjoy the back and forth, and this, yeah, we just gonna, unless something explosive happens, we just gonna leave it alone. And again, Team Cardi. Cardi has done things as a rapper, a female rapper at that Nicki Minaj has not done and will never ever do. That's just a fact. Whether you like her or hate her, whether you a Bardi gang, that is a fact. And whether you think Cardi can rap or not is irrelevant, because she's on the same level as that lady y'all deem as the queen of rap. So then, how are you gonna label Ice Spice the princess of rap, right? Because she did. I don't care what their relationship is right now, she did. But Ice is not doing Cardi's numbers. Yeah, like, anyways, yeah, let me hop on back to X Twitter and see what's going on.